2019 was the year you took second place in ADCC, right?
Yeah.
You're also a 4-time no-gi world champion. How was that?
Do this. Yeah. I did, and then I was guarded.
How long did it take you to go from white to blue belt?
I like to meet Trump.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Vinny, bro, thank you for doing this, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it for the invite.
Absolutely, man. We're here at Marcelo Garcia Academy in New York City. Amazing, beautiful place here. You've been training here for the past couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I've been here for the last 4 weeks.
Awesome.
4 or 5 weeks, yeah.
You said you're living out in Phoenix now?
I've been living in Arizona.
And
Phoenix,
how do you like Phoenix?
It's cool, like different,
Yeah, for sure.
It's different than here. It's more chill,
In the winter, it's so nice, huh?
Yeah, I like the winter there.
70 degrees every day.
And there's no snow, nothing.
I know. Over here, freezing every single day. So you're from originally Brazil?
Yeah, Brazil.
Nice. Where were you born?
I was born in Franca. It's called Franca. It's like a city in the São Paulo state, like 400 kilometers from São Paulo. And I was born there, and then ended up moving to São Paulo when I was like 17.
Wow. What was life growing up? What was life like growing up in Brazil?
It was, it was fun. It's fun. It's tough and fun,
Right.
Like growing up, like it was just, how to say, should go to the school, I should practice soccer a lot, and then I got to boxing. Yeah, I got to boxing and then started jiu-jitsu,
Wow,
that's
so
how
you grew up playing soccer in Brazil, like when you're a kid. Does every kid play soccer?
A lot of kids play soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was playing like in my city, so like everyday training. I was like training for real.
So
with the kids, yeah.
When you were a kid, did you think that you were going to be a soccer player when you grew up? Is that what you wanted to do?
So. I was not that great,
Yeah. But you liked it.
I like it. Yeah, I was training every day,
Oh, that's awesome.
And then like later on, I had to lose weight, so I ended up getting to boxing.
And boxing, that's just to lose weight?
Just to lose weight. I was like doing soccer and boxing.
And then when you started boxing, did you see some weight loss? Like
I did it. Yeah. And then I like to eat a lot,
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
But I did lose some weight, yes.
Oh man, that's crazy. So growing up in Brazil, playing soccer, then you get into boxing just to lose weight, and now you're boxing. How long did you do that for?
I did for 7 years, but in between, like the 7 years, I want to compete. So I was like, I need to do something that I can compete. And I saw the guys training jiu-jitsu. Because in Brazil, like, had the gym, the weightlifting gym.
Right.
There was boxing, there was jiu-jitsu, there was many things in the same gym. So I was like, I want to compete. So I'm like, I need to start something else. So I started doing jiu-jitsu in this process, yeah. So I was doing boxing, jiu-jitsu, studying, working at the same time.
No
Everything,
way.
yeah.
Well, how old were you when you found jiu-jitsu?
I was 13, 14.
14, 13 is when you first started?
Yeah. Boxing, I started earlier, but I was like 14 in jiu-jitsu.
Wow. So you start boxing and then you're like, okay, I want to compete in something. And why didn't you do a boxing match? You didn't want to get hit in the head, or?
I don't know. It was just because I was like, man, it's really hard to get a fight. So my professor was like, you can get this amateur fight, but you got to go to São Paulo, got to go to, you got to go to the big city. And then I was like, wow, it's great. Yeah, it's very sometimes there was competition. So I was like, I need to look for something else because I can compete every weekend. And the guys were competing every weekend. They were competing every weekend. So I was like, I might just start jiu-jitsu, right? Because I was like, I need to put some more work. I need to lose more weight.
Yeah.
Right? So I got to jiu-jitsu, yeah. That's because I was like, I'm going to compete more. I want to compete more. So, and then I started.
Got you.
Yeah.
So that was 13 or 14. Before you found jiu-jitsu, you said you were playing soccer, boxing. You were a pretty athletic guy.
Yeah.
And when did you ever like think, maybe, I could take this boxing thing and do something with it? Did you ever think like, maybe I want to fight one day? Or was it kind of just, a hobby to lose weight?
I used to like a lot of do the sparring.
Right.
Like, so every Friday, I always tell my professor, like Professor Jamanta.
Yeah.
He's still there, like he's still in Franca. I was like, I want to do sparring. Like, I just want to fight, But, you get hit here and there, like, yeah, it's nice, but,
Yeah, it's
like,
fun, but it's not fun to get hit.
It's not that fun to get hit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I enjoy, I still enjoy boxing. You know?
The training aspect
yeah,
of it,
it's
right?
fun.
Yeah, and then you see jiu-jitsu and you're like, oh man, like you can train as hard as you want and you can prevent injuries, right?
You can prevent injuries.
Yeah, you might not get hurt.
Yeah.
So what drew you to jiu-jitsu when you started? Did you immediately fall in love right when you started training, or was it a slow process?
So I started the first 2 months. I started my professor Paulo back then, right? He was a brown belt back then. So I started like training with him, and then I was like, I want to compete like right away. So I was doing like weightlifting, boxing, a bunch of stuff at the same time. So I was like, I want to compete. And it's like, there's a competition in 2 weeks. It's called Kamikaze. It was like close to my city. It was like 60 kilometers, like 40 miles. Yeah, I was like, I want to go. And I was training about like 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
That's it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I was like, I'm going to do it. I went and did it, the competition, and I got second.
So you did your first competition like 2 months into jiu-jitsu, basically.
2 months, yeah.
And you took second place.
Second place, had like 4 mats.
Wow, no way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
then
4 mats, yeah.
At that point, was it like, okay, this is like what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I want to do more. Yeah, and then I did another one, and then I did another one, and then I was like, okay, I'm doing good. Now I'm going to do adult. So it was like 14, and then I started doing the adult division as well, class and open class, because like I can make money of that. Because they pay in Brazil, they pay like every week there's tournaments. Every week you can compete every weekend, Saturday and Sunday there's tournaments every weekend.
And they pay you for that?
That's time they pay you for the open class. If you win open class, you get like 1,000 reais back then, like 500, depending on belt or you.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna just gonna keep going.
Yeah. So you're doing the open classes, you're making money.
Yeah, I started fighting the adult and juvenile and infant juvenile. I was fighting both. Class and open class, because I was fighting juvenile, absolute, and I was fighting adult, class and open class as well.
Wow. So you go to the competition, you have what, 10 matches in one day maybe?
10 mats, 6, 7, 8, depends the competition. I have 15 before.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the most
15.
you ever had in one day?
Yeah, 15, 1-5.
15 matches in one
yeah.
day. So when you have 15 matches in one day, right? On your first match, are you thinking, okay, I need to save my energy because I know I have a long day of competing ahead? Or are you just giving it your all from the get-go?
No, it was for warm up. I was like, I had a friend, his name is Carlos. So we were always competing, and he was an adult already. So I was fighting adult already, so I was like, well, let's warm up on the category, and then you fight open class to get the money. We're chasing like to make the money, and compete. We enjoy a lot of compete.
So your weight class was a warm up because you're not really making any money in the weight
Yeah,
class.
so we're like, let's warm up. So we had like 1 or 2 mats normally, sometimes 3, but very rare.
And it wasn't too serious, but then when you get to the open class, you're like, okay, this is
I gotta
for
do it.
money. Yeah,
I gotta do it.
Yeah. And so you win the open class, and it's not that much money back then, right?
No, it wasn't much, no.
Right. So is that what you were living off of at that time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was fighting every weekend. Like, I was training and fighting, studying, like full week, busy.
Yeah.
Busy. Yeah.
That's crazy. Lifting weights, training jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You said you were studying. Did you go to school?
No, just like the high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
and
high school, yeah.
After that, you were like, I'm going to do jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's at white belt. You start competing, and you really fall in love with it. And then at what point, was there a certain point where you're like, maybe I can make a living off of this and like actually make money, and move to the States? And
Yeah, so what happened is I was like, since I was competing a lot, like every weekend, compete like, I don't know, like 100 tournaments, I don't know, for like 6-7 years competing straight until like I was 17. And then I ended up sending a message to Fabio Gurgel, and he was starting a new project, São Paulo Alliance, the headquarters.
Right.
Yeah, so he started a project, he had a project that it was bringing people from other team or the same, or from Alliance, from the small towns, like that cannot live in São Paulo. So he ended up bringing some athletes. It was me, Isaac Baiense, Fernando Reis, and Ramon, one of my friends, Ramon. So I ended up sending this message on Facebook, and he answered back. I was like, okay. He answered back. I was like, oh, I need some opportunity because I wanna keep competing. I'm kind of motivated. I'm not very motivated because I just keep doing the same thing. I need something more.
Something
right?
different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough training here to, I need to fight the IBJJF because back then I didn't find the IBJJF until I was blue belt.
Okay.
Blue belt, yeah, until I was blue belt. So he ended up answering back. I was like, okay. And then he messaged me like, come to São Paulo, and there was a tournament, São Paulo Open, fight the tournament, and then come and do a test here. Like, want to see you and I get to know you, all that. And I was like, okay. I went, I fought São Paulo Open, I won gi and no gi, class and open class. And I went next day, one of my friends, André Porfirio, took me to Alliance, because he was from São Paulo, André Porfirio. He was from another team. So he ended up taking me to Alliance. I did a test there, like, okay, I trained all the black belts, everybody was like 16 back then. And then he was like, yeah, like once you finish school, just come.
Wow.
So I ended up finishing school. Next day, I was in the bus going to São Paulo.
And ever since then, training with them.
I kept training with them, like competing. Same thing. I was doing the same thing I was doing when I was in Franca. So I was just competing every weekend, fighting adult division. I was adult already. I was more juvenile when I moved to São Paulo. So I was like 16, 17, I think 17. So I kept like competing, like non-stop, boom, boom, every weekend.
So you've been competing pretty much every weekend since you started training, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, because a lot of people, this is a big talk in the jiu-jitsu community. Do you think that competing in your early days helped you progress faster?
I think it helps a lot. I'm sure it helps a lot because it puts you, I was more competing than training basically, like, right?
No way.
Yeah, like when I was in my city, I was more competing than training. Saturday, Sunday competing, I trained like 3 times a week.
Wow.
So basically like same thing, almost. So I was like, it helps a lot because like you're pushing yourself to improve, and you need to be like, you're like, man, I need to win. I need to find a way to win, the tournament. I need to win. Like to go to another tournament, I gotta get this money to go to another tournament, and then keep moving, keep creating the
the momentum. Yeah.
So I think it helps a lot, and like you create more confidence. You have more confidence, and you have more, I think like confidence, and you get used to that place, like
the feeling, right?
Yeah, the feeling.
Yeah, I remember the first time I competed, I stepped on the mats, and it's like a feeling that you never feel before,
Yeah, the adrenaline.
The adrenaline, the tunnel vision, right?
Yeah, it goes like up and down. I was like, oh.
Yeah. You think you have good cardio, and then you get out there and you have no cardio.
The mat feels slippery. It's weird. Like you feel slippery. It's not the same. It's not the same place you train. Mm-hmm. So you're like, whoa, that's different.
Yeah, very different. So you started at an early stage, like white belt, competing a lot. So by the time you were a blue belt, you probably had that. You're used to it already. You didn't.
Yeah, it was natural. Like, one more match. Just
I got
one
this.
One more. Yeah.
That's nice.
No,
go ahead.
There was a lot of challenge too. Like I got some tough guys.
When you were young too.
Yeah, I got some tough guys. Let me tell you.
Any big names that you competed against at white or blue belt that you can remember?
Back then so there was a guy that his name is Trovo, Felipe Trovo.
Yeah.
You might know him. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
So he was way bigger than me. That was like a challenge fight with him every time. I was like, oh my God. It had a good triangle. And I have difficulty with triangle back then.
So you knew every time you saw him, it's going to be a tough match.
Yeah, I was like, oh, gotta be careful the triangle. Yeah, there's him. There was like José Neto, another guy that his nickname is Coxinha. Yeah, he's still in Brazil. Like he trains under Cícero Costa, and he was like tough too. Like he's a really tough guy. You don't hear about his name much. But he's there, like he's competing. He's beat some tough guys.
That's something that's interesting. There's a lot of guys back in Brazil that are really good, but they don't have the opportunity to come out here and get their name in social media and all that stuff. Yeah. You grew up with a lot of guys like that are really good at jiu-jitsu, but they just never got the momentum like you.
Yeah, I had some like tough matches with those two guys. Yeah.
That's crazy to think about. Like some of the best people in the world could just be stuck in a gym training, right? And not on the big stage. True. But man, so you're white and blue belt, you're competing all the time. How long did it take you to go from white to blue belt? Do you remember?
White. So I got so I had a white, I had orange, and green, and then you jump the yellow.
Yeah.
Jump the yellow belt. And then I went to blue. When I got blue, I was 16.
16.
15 or 16.
So right when you're supposed to get blue.
Yeah, I think it was 15, yeah.
Wow.
Like same year, yeah. I got a blue belt.
Wow. And you're a blue belt. How many years did you have your blue belt for?
Still like 1 year and a half, 2 years. 2 years.
2 years at
When
blue
I
belt.
moved to São Paulo, I was supposed to go as a blue belt. Fabio wanted me as blue belt. But my professor was like, Fabio's not gonna, like, he always do a research about jiu-jitsu. Like, he's not gonna give a purple belt very soon. So I'm gonna give you a purple belt because you already deserve it, So he's like, gave me the purple belt. Yeah, I'm a professor at Edinho. I changed professors in between. When I was living there, when I was living in Franca, I changed professors. I was training the professor of my professor, the first professor.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he ended up changing my belt. He was like, you're gonna go with purple, and so it was a funny story. When I got in São Paulo, Fabio won a blue belt, right? And then I got there as a purple belt, and he was like, you might have to send him back because we want a blue belt right now. We need a blue belt, not a purple. We have a lot of purple belts here, and he did have a lot of purple belts. So I was training with a few friends there, and then I think it was Lungi, was like, Fab, come over here. Look him train with the black belts. And I'm like, damn. Oh, so just leave him there. I'm not gonna say anything.
No way.
Yeah.
So when you first got there, they were like, oh, we needed you because you're a blue belt.
Nobody understood nothing because I was blue belt, and then, like a month later, I came as a purple belt. Showed up as a purple belt.
And then you start training with the black belts, and they watch you, and they're like, okay, maybe you need to stay here.
Yeah.
Right? They see you're good and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you're there as a purple belt, still competing every weekend?
Every weekend.
That's amazing. And then what point did you decide to move to the U.S.?
So in 2019, so I was going back, like 2015, I was going back and forth, New York and São Paulo and New York. And then I was like 16 and 17, I was going back and forth. So I was like staying here a few months, training Mateus, Marcelo, competing. And I was like, in 2019, I decided like I got my black belt in 2018, and I was like 2019, I decided to move here.
And so what month, because I know 2019 was the year you took second place in ADCC, right?
Yeah.
You got silver medal in ADCC, which is awesome, bro. That's amazing. It was cool watching you.
Yeah,
run.
it was a good, a
great year, right?
It was a good year that year.
So did you get here to the US before or after that ADCC?
Before. So I came here in January. I was like, I want to stay for 3 months. Ended up staying for 3 months, and then I went back to Brazil, and I was like, oh, now I'm gonna go back and stay.
Okay.
I decided I want to stay. So I ended up getting married, blah, 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 a bunch of stuff happening. So I came back, got married, and then I just stay here.
You stayed here?
Yeah, I stay here.
So did you do that camp for the 2019 ADCC in the US, or did you do it back in Brazil?
The camp for the ADCC was here.
For 2019?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was here.
Nice. Did the camp here, compete in August, and then...
I didn't really do camp for that ADCC because I was just training for Worlds. I was training a lot in gi, so just in gi. And when the guys were training, I was just helping them, like training here and there. I was traveling to one place to another, and was in the process to move here and all that. So I was just training, and then 2 weeks before the ADCC, Mo sent me a message. I think it was Mo. Mo Jacin sent me a message asking if I wanted to compete. I got a message. I was like, yes, I want to compete. Yeah, just send me the chicken. I was like, I'm gonna go.
And they sent it to you?
They sent it. I was like, I just went and competed. I didn't really do a camp.
You were training in the gi for that?
I was training the gi and then helping the guys like Mateus. Mateus was training here for ADCC. There was who more? There was Juan Varenga. He was training here for the ADCC as well. So we were all training together.
Right.
But not that I was doing as hard as they were doing,
Right. You weren't. You didn't think, okay, this is my ADCC camp. You're like, I'm helping my friends for ADCC, and then you get the call, and you're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
You go in with no camp basically and take second place. That had to feel pretty good, right?
Yeah, that was good because I got the first match. It was a tough match. Fought poor Gila. Mm-hmm. It was a tough match. I was going after him, and then
High pace, high intensity.
Yeah. Ended up winning. I was like, I went to the second with Jackson. Ended up winning. I was like, now if it's Vini Magalhães, oh, he's a ADCC champ, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, let's go.
Let's do this. Yeah.
I did. And then it was Gordon.
Yep. And then it was
cool. I could jump that wall.
Yeah. Hey, man, not many people can.
Yeah.
Right? Hopefully you'll get another chance someday.
Yeah. I hope so, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was cool to see your run. It was amazing. So what was it like working with ADCC? Was it a good experience?
It was a good experience.
Flying out there and having them take care of you. What was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Like they take very well care of the athletes. It was nice. Like got there, got in the hotel, like do all the media stuff, weight. My weight was fine, so I didn't suffer much.
Right.
No, heavyweight.
That's part about heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
You see all the lightweights, they're eating their like ice, and then you're over there, you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah, I was like
cupcakes, rice.
Yeah, I was like 95 kilos, and I was like 99. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Easy. Yeah.
And then I ended up competing. Got second place. That was it. I didn't fight the open class. I didn't fight the open class.
Right, just the division.
Just the division.
Nice.
Yeah.
So ADCC, they pay for your hotel, they pay for your flight, all that stuff.
Yeah, hotel, flight. Yeah,
nice, man. That's good. And then you do the media stuff, and then you have you get like the cool
jacket.
Yeah, you still have all that stuff?
I have all that stuff.
You do?
Yeah, saved it. Yeah, 2022 and 23. I don't remember if they did in 2019. I don't think so.
I can't remember.
No, it didn't do in 2019. But 2022, 2023, 2024.
It was a weird gap because COVID happened.
Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah,
there was
the
two
last
more
two
after that. Yeah,
it was last year. It was last year. The ACC.
They give you the whole jacket and everything. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, the last two.
Was there anything different in your experience between 2019 ADCC versus this last one, like the trip and all that stuff? Do you think it was more production? Could you see like, oh, there's more focus going into this, or?
Yes. I mean, it was really nice. I like the 2022. Mm-hmm. I like the 2022.
That was your favorite one?
Yeah.
Really?
It was nice.
This
one was nice. The 2022. I don't remember really, really well, but I think I remember it was better. This last one was nice too. It was very nice. Very, very nice. It was T-Mobile Arena.
Right.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, that's crazy. Going from the Thomas and Mack to the T-Mobile Arena, that's a massive jump.
Yeah.
So you were out there this last time, and CJI was going on at the same time.
CJI was going on at the same time.
Yeah. How was that? Did you attend CJI at all, or were
no,
you
I didn't
focused
go.
on your matches?
No, I didn't go to CJI. I just stay ADCC. Yeah, just focus on the mats.
This year, Mo calls you up, Craig calls you up. They both want you. Where do you go?
Well, I fought the ADCC 3 times already, so it's fun, it's nice, appreciate it, but I want to have the experience to fight CGI. I think it would be nice, like, not just for the money, but it's nice, try something different, go there and see how it is. Different rule set, I think it's nice that, But I would like to fight both, if there's both, I will do both. One day and the next day.
Why not, right?
Why not, right?
Yeah, you mentioned the rule set for CJI. Do you like that 5 minute, 3-round rule set, kind of like MMA?
I never did, so I want to see how it is.
Okay, yeah, you're like, let's see,
Yeah, I never did. It looks cool, like.
I like it, yeah, because I'm a big MMA fan, you know what I'm saying? So coming from MMA, it's a nice way to score it, the 10-9 rounds. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, it looks nice, that's the rule set. I think it's like, gives us the opportunity like to breathe a little bit.
Yes. But it's 15 minutes instead of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? So
yeah, it's long, but you can breathe a little bit.
Yeah, you have a 1 minute break, you can chill out.
I have 1 minute, so you can like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
But then I do it wrong.
Right? Yeah, go with your coaches, figure it out.
Yeah.
So you did you did ADCC 2019, 2022, and this last ADCC, you're also a 4-time no-gi world champion. How is that?
Oh, well, yeah, yeah.
3-time gi, right?
I think, yes, 3-time gi and 3 no gi. Yeah.
Unreal, bro.
Yeah.
How's
so
that?
I fought, it's cool, yeah. It's nice. I didn't get the black belt, the gi black belt yet. Yeah.
Right.
Trying to get that one.
Yes.
But I got the no gi, so it was fun, yeah.
Yeah, no gi world's black belt champion. Like, that's got to feel pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it was nice. The lower belts were really fun, like fighting all those guys, there. Fighting today, we compete against each other.
Who are some of the guys that like are on the big stage now that you competed against coming up in IBJJF or whatever?
Gustavo Batista, Kainan. I used to fight him all the time.
Kainan Duarte.
Kainan Duarte.
Good.
Yeah, all the time we used to fight. Gustavo Batista, Braguinha. We used to fight all the time too, like the finals on Worlds. Like I think it was Purple and Brown. We fought against each other. I fought against Vitor Hugo too, but just like 2 or 3 times we fought against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the guys that are like always
Tough matches,
tough
right?
matches, yeah.
Going back and forth, sweating.
That's like really hard. Like
At the end, you're like, whew, I'm done, right? That's awesome. What's your routine like right now for strength and conditioning? Are you doing any weightlifting or anything?
yeah, I do weightlifting, like cardio weightlifting, and basically like I do like weightlifting. I do like 40 minutes of weightlifting or 40 minutes of cardio, 30, 40 minutes, and then I do I don't stretch. Like after I just go home.
Do you stretch before you train at all?
Sometimes. Now I'm starting to like feel it. I need to get here a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
you know,
30
like
minutes maybe.
stretch a little bit because
Yeah.
it's the body's asking now.
Yeah, as you start to get older, right, and the more you train, the more you
like
compete.
20, like now 27, so
Yeah.
it's starting to feel a little bit.
No, I
Little
feel
bit,
you.
yeah.
At 20, you're like, I wake up every day, train 7 days a week, no stretching, whatever. And then like you hit like, I don't even, for me, 23, I hit 23. That's how old I am right now. And now I'm like, okay, I need to stretch before. You know
I
what
need
I'm
to do
saying?
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take 1 day a week off. Sunday I can't train. You know, I need to recover, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny how you do that. So you said you're how many days a week are you lifting weights and doing cardio?
Weights normally I lift like 4 days.
4 days, like 40 minutes a session.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So and cardio, I try to go every day, almost every day.
Do you think that helps you on the mats, like having good strength and conditioning routine?
Yeah.
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 That's
yeah.
huge.
Lifting weights helps a lot.
When
Yeah.
you were in 2019, when you had your sick ADCC run, did you have like a regimented cardio strength and conditioning routine, or
I
were
was
you
just doing weights more.
just weights more?
Yeah, I was doing cardio much. I was just doing weights and then just training jiu-jitsu.
And then
Here.
was there a certain point where you're like, okay, maybe I need to do cardio now, you know, get that cardio
You know, like to
incorporated?
to lose weight sometimes, like you want to lose, like now I'm trying to lose like few pounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cutting down a
A
little
dozen.
bit? Yeah. Hey, that's not bad. I think you can do it.
Yeah, so I'm like pushing a little bit more the cardio.
Do you work with a nutritionist at all, or is your diet
My
all-
girlfriend, she's a nutritionist. Yeah.
Really?
So she just helped me out, yeah.
Oh, that's
I have the
awesome.
diet, just gotta follow, you know.
Yeah. What kind of diet do you usually eat on a regular basis?
Oh, it's very simple, like morning eggs, Ezekiel bread in the morning, avocado, and then lunch, like it's chicken, you know, like sesame and rice, avocado. Same thing at lunch, same thing at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protein, rice, avocado,
Yeah,
something
that's
like
how
that.
it is, yeah.
That's nice. Do you have a certain amount of protein that you try to eat throughout the day? I know a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a certain amount.
How much do you usually try to eat?
So you try to, I don't know I don't know in grams how much it is. I think it's like 150 grams of protein.
Okay.
So it's about like what? I don't know, half pound of chicken a day.
Not
No,
bad.
half kilo. Like
Okay.
a pound of chicken, around a pound of chicken.
Okay. Yeah.
A day, yeah.
And then some eggs and other stuff
Eggs,
like that.
yeah.
Nice. Do you usually eat more when you're getting prepared for a competition because you're training more, you know what I'm saying? Or do you usually eat less because you're trying to drop weight?
To drop weight.
Okay, got you.
Because
So
when I'm not in the competition, I'm like,
whatever.
yeah, I just eat like.
Let's go pizza, you know.
Hey,
let's
pizza, burgers, mostly steaks, like a lot of steaks, and pizza. I like pizza too.
Yeah.
My mostly steaks. I love
Picanha,
steak.
huh?
Picanha.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's the best, huh?
That's a good one.
I love it, bro. You
Yeah,
get
it's
the
the
fat,
best.
it's so nice.
Picanha, New York strip, ribeyes, yeah.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, I like
huh?
that.
That's amazing, bro. Anything coming up? I know you mentioned you wanted to do pans coming
Yeah,
up in 4 weeks.
so there's a open that I'm gonna do here in Virginia. I'm
Nice.
looking to do that one, and Pan American Worlds. Like my main focus is the Worlds now.
Worlds.
Yeah.
Nice. Are you focused more right now on gi or no gi or both?
Now more gi.
More
but
gi?
I want to compete no gi. But I competed a lot in no gi last few years.
Right.
So I like wanna try get something gi now, like fight more in gi. You know?
Nice. Focus on the gi.
Yeah.
Do you think that training in the gi helps your no gi game?
Training gi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those help.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Like the timing, you know, no gi more. I think like if you just train no gi, the transition to gi, that's how I felt now. Like it's really hard, because I was just doing no gi, like no gi every day, teaching and back in Phoenix. I was teaching, training, no gi, no gi. When I came back to train gi, I was like, oh, I don't know anything.
Yeah, people start grabbing your collar.
It's very different, yeah, because you don't have that pressure, like somebody pulling you down, push you, controlling your sleeve. So I think that the transition to gi, to no gi is way easier.
Really?
If you're training gi, like you're gonna do no gi, the transition is way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree too. I think training in the gi helps a lot because you have more attacks to worry about, right?
Yeah.
In the gi, you have your lapels to worry about, the grips and all that stuff. In no gi, nobody's grabbing your lapel. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, nobody's grabbing a grip.
Yeah,
so.
no, gi is hard, man. It's
Super hard.
So it's better like to train gi, and then you focus in no gi because the transition is way easier. You're gonna suffer way less. You're not gonna feel like, oh, I don't know anything.
Yeah, you hear it. Hey, train gi and then go to no gi. Start in the gi, everybody. I started in the gi and I think it's the best move
It's
ever.
the best thing, right?
Yeah, man. If I started no gi, oh man, the gi would be scary right now. It is a little scary because I do more no gi, but it's okay.
Yeah, make grips and there's somebody, the person will like push you to one side, to another side.
Yeah,
no gi, you just pull it.
Yeah, no gi, you rip your arm out of arm bars, whatever.
For more athletic, like you just pull it out and easy.
The wrestling is way different too, right? I feel no gi, they're pushing a lot, pushing, and then you get the gi on and they're pulling on the gi, right?
Yeah, it is different.
That's awesome. So 4 weeks, Pan Americans, how you feeling for that?
Good.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah.
Nice, that's awesome.
Because I've been on island, I haven't been competing much. I was out for like, personal life, personal stuff. So I was like fixing that, and now I'm like, I want to go back and competing,
You got the bug, the itch again.
Yeah,
right?
I want to do it. Like, I want to do Worlds, do Pan American, and maybe Brazilian Nationals. Yeah, fight some
That's
tournaments.
Awesome. If an organization like One Championship or UFC Fight Pass reached out to you, is that something that you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
I'll do it. Yeah, for sure.
Is there any names that you have off the top of your head that you'd like to fight?
I don't know. No, I don't have any names. If they offer like, oh, you gotta fight this guy, I'll go and fight.
Like you get, say you get a super fight, you get to choose anybody that you want to go against. Who is like your dream opponent or your dream match?
Dream match? A fight that I didn't do it with Nick Rod. I never fought him, so I like to fight Nick Rod.
How do you see that match going down?
He likes to do body lock pass. I like to play guard a lot, the hook sweep,
Yeah.
I never fought him, so it'll be like a new thing,
Yeah.
Nick Rod, it'll be a good match.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, it's kind of like
match.
almost the same weight.
Yeah.
Like 230, 240.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big guy, right?
He's a big guy, yeah.
100%. That'd be a really good match.
Yeah,
It's a good style.
I know it's going to be a really tough match, but I never did it, so like,
why not?
if they offer me, I would just go.
That's awesome.
Best, yeah.
Hey, let's make it happen. Nicky Rod.
Nick Rod.
Let's go. We have him right here. Yeah, man. Anything else going on outside of the jiu-jitsu world or just mostly focused on jiu-jitsu right
For
now?
now, I'm just focused on fight Pan American, and then I go back and then work for Worlds.
Work for Worlds.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what's up. I'm excited to see. I have a question kind of off topic of jiu-jitsu, but if you could have dinner with 3 different people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Dinner with 3 people. Inside Jiu-Jitsu.
No, anybody in the world.
Oh.
Anybody. Dead or alive, old, young, whoever. 3 dinners.
3 dinners. People that I like. Let me see. Oh,
It's a tough question, huh?
a tough question.
Yeah. It's okay. We can come back to it if you want to.
Let me
think.
think.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Nah, you're good. You're good. It's tough.
Oh, it's funny if I say, some people not gonna like.
Who?
But 3 people you say? Mm-hmm. Jesus. Let me see. I like to meet Trump.
Okay. Yeah.
I like to meet Trump. We'll have a dinner with him, and let me see. And Eddie Grace.
Taylor Gracie.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I
That's
was
the
like-
best 3 people anybody has said so far.
Yeah.
I ask everybody this question. Those are the best 3 people ever.
Oh, yeah?
Jesus, Trump, and Helio Gracie.
Yeah.
It doesn't get
I
much
have
better
a lot
than
of
that.
questions to ask.
Oh, all of them, right?
All of them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a crazy lineup. Now imagine you get all 3 of them at the same dinner.
The same dinner,
That
man.
would be crazy.
Oh, ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, it would last forever, right?
For sure.
100%. That's awesome, man. Vinicius, where can everybody find you at?
So on Instagram. My Instagram is Vinicius Trator, Tractor, but without the C.
Tractor
Yeah,
without the
Vinicius
C.
Trator _BJJ.
_ BJJ.
Yeah.
Perfect, brother. I appreciate you doing this, man. I'm excited.
Thanks so
to see
much.
you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Brother.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Amazing, bro.